Which chain has the healthiest value meal? Today we will answer that question by buying some value meals, taste testing them, and rating them on their macros. The higher the protein and the lower the calories, the better the score. Alright, we got meal 1 from Pollo Loco. This meal is $5.44 and it's got decent macros. But let's take a taste test first. There's chicken, beans, rice, cilantro, and salsa. This meal comes out to 580 calories and 41 grams of protein. It's not the best thing I've ever seen on the macros, but it's really good for how cheap it is. Let's try a taste test. No, the taste is all there. It's not bad. They actually give you extra salsa if you want to use it, but that adds an additional 15 calories. But I think there's enough flavor in this bowl that you could eat it without it. Keep it at the 580 and 41 grams of protein, and you're doing good. If I had to rate this 1 out of 10 for its macros, I'd probably give them a 7. They're relatively high protein, but the calories is a little too high. 580 for only 41 grams is not great, but it's decent. It's workable. If I had 3 of these for the entire day, I'd be at 1,740 calories and 123 grams of protein, which for me is perfectly acceptable and could get me to the lower end of my protein goal. This is definitely going to be a contender for the healthiest value menu that you can get. Like, it's just pretty good, really cheap, and decent macros. So we'll see if there's anything better out there today. I don't know. From a taste standpoint though, this thing is really good. I used to get this all the time in undergrad, which was like a year ago, but this is the thing I would get because it's $5. It's a lot of food and it fills you up for relatively cheap. Let's go to the next place. All right, so we got our second meal. A little bit more expensive than the last. It's from Popeyes of all places, and it's both good and bad. I'll get to that part in a second. This meal is $7.60 and it's got a lot of food. Normally when I think Popeyes, I think it's pretty expensive because I usually get blackened tenders and things like that. Ends up like being 15 bucks just for me. But this meal being $7.60 and getting all this food is really good. It's just, if you want it to be good, you might have to get rid of a few of the items. Okay, so the first part of this meal is not so bad. We got 2 big pieces of chicken. Pretty sure this is a breast, and we got a wing as well. These 2 pieces come out to 590 calories and 48 grams of protein, which is not bad for Popeyes. And it's quite a bit of chicken. So that part of the meal is really good. So if you just bought those 2 things for the $7.60 or whatever, you'd actually have a really decent meal with the macros. But it also comes with 2 sides. This is an additional 250 calories and only 4 grams of protein. So if you have all this with it, it actually makes the meal crap load worse. The macros just go. Mind you, there's also a biscuit. So this entire meal clocks in at 1,047 calories for 53 grams of protein. That is miserable. But if we want to be fair here, let's say you only had the chicken and the mashed potatoes, because that's a complete meal, right? If you decide to just give those other things away to somebody or just throw them out or give them to your dog, then this meal right here with the mashed potatoes and 2 pieces of chicken is 700 calories for 51 grams of protein, which is not the best, but it's decent for fast food. And for $7.60, you can't really beat that. It's not bad. There's not a lot of other good options. So I would say get rid of your extra side and your biscuit, and you actually have a good meal. Just put some hot sauce on your chicken, and then the flavor's all there. I think if I were to give this specific, like, menu hacked version of the meal a rating, I actually think I would give it a 7 out of 10. It's decent. It's a lot of protein, but it's also a lot of calories. So 51 grams of protein for 700 calories. If you make it specifically like this with only 2 pieces of chicken and the mashed potatoes, it's a decent meal. But if you decide you want to eat the rest of this stuff, it's a 2 out of 10. It's horrible. Like, there's protein, but there's also a crap load of calories. So the only way this is serviceable, you have to make it like this. Let's move on to the next place. So I almost forgot to try the food. Breast is not bad. Pop that bad boy open. I'm actually gonna dip my chicken in here.
Taste-wise, this is really good. I will say, though, the Popeyes I go to, I feel like they're always a little mean. Even if they're not trying to be. Which they might be. Taste-wise, this is good. Oh my god. Alright, we just got some Del Taco for our next value meal. $5.44 for this meal. And there's actually quite a bit of food. That's been the biggest theme with all these value meals is they're not skimping out on the food. Like, you're getting a lot of food. It's just, is it the healthiest? Is it got the best macros? Is it fried? All of the above. It's got a lot of fried. Honestly, that's kind of what makes it cheap. First of all, we got some French fries, crinkle cut. Let's try them out. These are like perfectly cooked. The smallest quesadilla I've ever seen in my life.
That's what she said.
Oh god. Okay, this little snack quesadilla is really good. And it's like super rainy today, so I feel like having this hot meal is, yes, it is nice. It also comes with this beef and bean burrito. This is actually really good. Oh my goodness. Also, you can't forget the Diet Coke. The little Del Taco logo, you can barely see it. One thing I'll say about Popeyes and El Pollo Loco is it doesn't come with a drink. This is pretty good value for money right now. This entire meal is 960 calories and only 34 grams of protein. But like I said at the last place, if you ditch one of the items, it becomes a lot better macros. Let's say I ditch my fries, give them to my little brother or my dog. This meal with just the Diet Coke, the burrito, and the quesadilla is only 640 calories for 30 grams of protein. Not the best, but a lot better than that 960 for 34. This is much more suitable. If you had 3 of these meals for the day, you'd hit 90 grams of protein, which is not great, but it's better than what some people are getting. So this, 640 for 30 grams, if you just have this, no fries. I think that's not bad. It's okay, and it's not gonna kill you, but it's definitely not great. But at the price point of $5.44, if you're ditching the fries and you're getting this, it's still worth it value-wise because you get this and a drink, and it's not crazy high calorie. So if you're just looking for lower calorie stuff, you could get away with this. I've had a Del Taco before, but it's never been this good. Maybe I just went on a good day. This meal total, I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10. It's like half the amount of calories is not having any protein. It's just all carbs and fats. But from a pure value meal standpoint, all these meals are great. Like, you can't beat them for the price. Let's go on to the next one and see if it's any better than this. Our next value meal is a $7 Lux box at Taco Bell. It actually came out to $8.15, so I don't know if it's actually a $7 box, but you know, taxes and stuff. Cinnamon twists. It's raining real loud right now. Chalupa Supreme. And a crunchy taco. That's it for the food, with some hot sauce as well. And you know I had to do it. Zero sugar Baja Blast. It looks like drain cleaner. It acts like drain cleaner. It's amazing though. 10 calories. If you include my Diet Baja Blast, this entire meal is 700 calories and only 20 grams of protein. Now that's miserable. I would give that a 2 out of 10. Like all the other meals I've done in this video, it would massively benefit from removing an item.
But it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Our cinnamon twists. Let's taste them before they go. Those are amazing, by the way. So if we remove those, this meal is 530 calories for 19 grams of protein. Still miserable, but better. Can't really get rid of anything that's gonna make this better. But, you know, like I said, value meal, there's a lot of food. You get a drink, you get a little snack. If you do this, it's still not a great meal. The macros, I'd probably give it 4 out of 10. Like, it doesn't really save it all that much, but it's more manageable. The only thing it's got going for it is its lower calorie nature. It needs more protein. Okay, there was no doubt about it. The taste is great. The value for money, though, I don't know if it's as worth it as some of these other places that we've been to. This value meal is almost hitting 10 bucks, and I don't think it's worth it. Give our taco a try. Now, that's a nice crunch. I mean, the taste is all there. I can't complain. The cinnamon twist, the Diet Baja Blast. This stuff's amazing. It's really unfortunate that I have to get rid of things that are in the value meal to make them healthier. And I will say that's going to take away from the final choice today. At the end of the video, I'm going to rank these in order of which I think they're worth buying. As for value, macros, and pure taste, if they're worth it, I definitely think Taco Bell is going to be last place. Let's go on to the next place. Real quick before we hit the last place, please leave a comment down below guessing where it is. If you've been on the channel before, you could probably guess it. It's featured in quite a few videos. And if you haven't, just go ahead and guess anyway. You might be right. And time's up. Can you guess where it is? Mickey D's. All right, time for the meal. McDonald's value meal came out to $6.52. It's a pretty decent price for what you get. I got a Diet Coke, as always. Comes with fries, a McDouble, and chicken nuggets. All this food for $6.52 plus a drink with the ketchup and all this. It's 800 calories and 34 grams of protein. But just like the other places, if you ditch something like the fries, this meal comes out to 570 calories and 31 grams of protein, which is not bad for Mickey D's. And it's really cheap. So I think I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's not great, but the macros are way better than some of the other places on this list. So, and for value of money, I think it's one of the top contenders. It's got a lot of food. And if you decide you want the fries, and maybe it's not as worth it, but it's still less than 1,000 calories, whereas some of these places, they're hitting over 1,000 calories if you eat the fries with it, or the extra thing. So I know it seems wasteful, but if you toss the fries, it can be worth it. Let's try it out. Give it a little taste test, like always. Got that McDouble. Not bad. I had In-N-Out the other day, and this is just like, it's not hitting the same way. We'll try a fry for good measure. You guys know these are always bussin'. And I swear to God, every time we come to McDonald's, I swear I'm getting ketchup every time I come here with these chicken nuggets because it's just the lowest calorie sauce. It just makes me feel like a kid. And if you want to see me eating like a kid for a whole day, check that video out there. You can't beat the taste of McDonald's, man. Like, it's so nostalgic. Like, I don't even know if it's good. I've just had it so much as a kid, and it tastes good. You get sick of it quick, though. I feel like if I eat McDonald's more than once in a week, like, I feel like I'm ruining my life. So I would say, even though this meal is not bad for money and macros wise, like, I don't know, just something about McDonald's, it just doesn't feel healthy. So I wouldn't get this often. It's very heavily processed, and it kind of just makes you feel bad about yourself. If you're eating anything that makes you feel bad about yourself, stop eating it. If you're ever feeling bad about yourself for eating something, I almost forgot, we didn't try the Diet Coke on camera. For posterity. No, I'm kidding. It's good. It's fine. It's just Diet Coke. All right. Anyway, that was the last place. Let's go home, tally up all these points, figure out who is the overall best choice and what is the best value for money.
So now that we've tried all the places, I've tallied up the scores, and we have a tie for first place, but I have chosen a winner. We'll count down in order of least to greatest. In fifth place, we have Taco Bell. Its value meal is kind of horrible, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody who's trying to get low calorie, high protein meals for cheap. Fourth place is Del Taco. Their meal has a really good value for money, but its macros are not great. It's got half the amount of protein as for how many calories there is, and you have to get rid of the fries to even make it a good meal. Now, in third place, we have, quite surprisingly, McDonald's. They did really well. If you get rid of the fries, it's actually a decent meal. Honestly, I think it is just slightly better than Del Taco. In second place, we have Popeyes. I bet you could guess this one. Popeyes, you have to remove, well, basically half the sides to make it a viable meal. And it doesn't come with a drink. So for, I believe it was almost $8, you're not really getting that much because you have to get rid of it to make the meal macro friendly. And I think the psychological hassle of saying, oh, I need to give this to somebody or I need to throw it out, you'll feel bad about it, and it makes the meal worse overall. So the winner is going to go to, you guessed it, El Pollo Loco. I hedged my bets on El Pollo Loco. I knew it was going to win. I just had a feeling. And it's really cheap at about $5.44 and 40 grams of protein for, I believe, only 540 calories. Like, that is, you can't beat that. You just can't beat that for value for money and for macros. It's just insane how good it is. So the overall winner for today is El Pollo Loco, and they deserve it. I might do another video like this where I try value menu items instead of value meals. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Leave a like if you'd like to see that. If we get to 25 likes, I will do a video where I only eat off the value menu. What's the best one? If you like the video, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. And if you want more videos from me, please click this one right here. Thanks for watching.